Hey folks, welcome to yet another live stream. We're at it again already, and today I think it's my third streaming day in a row. I was going to build something out of the keyboards that I have desoldered in my past two streams. I'm just looking for my... oh, there's my glove. Yeah, so in the past couple of streams I've taken a look at keyboard builds from my early days of keyboard building, and I have pointed out some of the mistakes that I made back then, and I have desoldered a couple of them. And from the desoldering I harvested this nice windkeyless B.Face PCB. I harvested this very nice low profile aluminium tray mount case, a very nice similarly colored, like matching color aluminium plate, universal plate. I harvested a bunch of well modded vintage blacks, and I harvested some cherry PBD die subs. The die subs, of course, are a bit special. They're not as available in other layouts as they are in ISO DE, the German layout. But what I'm trying to do is use these components for some kind of a back to basics build, meaning that I'm going to use one of the PCBs that I've been getting in my early days, and I'm going to be correcting some of the things that I did differently back then than I would do it today. The switch modding is not one of these things. The switches are modded up to, let's say, my standard. I don't think I loop them, but they are nice and smooth vintage blacks. They are filmed, and they have lighter springs in them, so they are totally modded to my taste. Let's get started. I'm gonna put the switches aside for a moment. I'm gonna move the PCB, and the first thing I want to do is like, this is exactly as it was when I desoldered it. I hope I didn't break any of these diodes. I am really not a big fan of these glass diodes here. I really prefer these black composite material diodes, but well, I'm not going to desolder them and replace them. So first of all, the stabilizers are push-in stabilizers. I didn't have the appreciation and the availability of screw-in stabilizers back then, so I will actually be using these push-in stabilizers, except for the space bar. I really for the space bar I don't want to make any compromise. So for the space bar, this is another PCB I desoldered, and it already has a screw-in spacebar stabilizer. Look at these screws. So yeah, forget the other PCB. This is the identical PCB, but with a screw-in stabilized spacebar. Yeah, the stabs are not clipped, so this is the first issue that we're coming across. Let's clip the stabs here. Even if you don't use screw-in stabilizers, you should be using clipped sliders in your cherry stabilizers. So this is the first thing I want to take care of. Oh, just give me 1 second. I want to try something. I'm still playing around with the new setup. I hope you don't mind. You don't mind me trying two things. First of all, I want to change the aperture of the camera, and then I want to zoom in a little bit because I'm working on the 60% now. Okay, I've changed the aperture and I want to zoom in. Okay, let's have a look. I'm gonna put the PCB aside, trying not to harm the diodes. Okay. The focus is a bit fidgety. Okay. There we go. That should teach you. For layout, I decided to go full cherry standard. The keycaps that I harvested are a mix of PBT die subs and GMK double shots. And I decided to replace the GMK double shots and just go with all classic cherry layout and go for the original mods. No. So yeah, I don't think I will be doing any lubing here as well. Okay, I won't be using these screws, they're much too big for my taste. And I will need 1, 2, 3 sets of stabilizers. The rest I will put into my harvesting bin. Okay. Let's cut these stabilizers. Ah, okay. No, almost missed that one. Okay. The big question is, why am I wearing gloves now? I shouldn't be overusing them. People are just gonna make fun of me. They're gonna make fun of me anyway, but let's at least make it a bit of a challenge. Okay, here we go. some nice stabilizers, and since I'm still new in the game and very low on screw-in stabilizers, I will only use a screw-in for the spacebar. Okay. Win keyless. Okay. So these should be the right places. I need a nice little hex driver. Okay, they're very light. They're going very lightly. Okay, now comes the big Swiss cheese. Let's try the shift stabs first. Then the backspace. Okay, it's in there. And now let's figure out how to do the oh, there we go. Holy wall. Yeah, here we go. Stabilizers inserted. So here's the plate. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll be zooming out a little bit again. I already love the zooming. And now it's time for me to start. Is it time? I think it's time to start putting in the switches. Oh, of course. I just mentioned the PCB has glass diodes, and if you push hard on a PCB with glass diodes, chances are you're going to break them. It's actually a pretty good chance you're going to break them, and that really sucks. Okay, let's see how well this is. Let's see how well this is. Yeah, WK should be win keyless. Win key. Hey keyboard builder, I got my shipping notification for GMK laser, and I'm super excited. It's gonna be a nice kit. Not sure. I don't have any keyboard yet that I want to put them on, but I'm pretty sure. Oh wow! Okay, WL is win keyless. WK is Winky. Koreans. Oh, damn it. Should I be mixing switch films here? I've been using black switch films for most of the build. I should continue. Thank God I vacuumed this room. Yeah, my next custom build is going to be yeah, I just saw someone ask on the stream what my next custom build is going to be, and spoiler alert, it is probably going to be my my TX84 SE. I've been really wanting to build that kit for a long time now. I've been really excited for this kit. I have a lot of special things prepared for this build. I originally wanted to do it for my birthday, but I don't want to wait that long, so I will probably do it very soon. Damn it, I hope I have enough black film switches. I hate it when I run out of switches and the switch modding becomes inconsistent. Oh, damn it, the spacebar switch has a clear film. No, not a clear film, a white film, let's put it that way. Stepped caps lock, of course, because that's how the Cherry forefathers wanted it to be. I'm just doing this, I just decided to do the stream today because I definitely wanted to spend some, say, fun time in the basement today after I spend around about, like, yeah, more than an hour just rearranging my my bench a little bit. So after I've upgraded my streaming setup, there were so many other issues that that I couldn't ignore any longer. So many things were changed and moved around my desk. Originally, my desk setup when I originally got this desk and put everything together here, I wasn't anticipating that I would ever do streaming. I was in a different hobby back then, and I would occasionally do a video on some nerf modding, because nerf is fun, especially if you like add some nice aftermarket springs. Yeah, and this kind of thing evolved, and I transformed into a streaming setup. So yeah, some of the original ideas that I had, especially about the placement of the computer screen, because there's a computer screen right there that used to be right there. The computer screen was originally put on my desk in a way that I could almost entirely remove it, move it out of my work area, so that I could only pull it in optionally when I wanted to use the USB functions of some of my bench tools, or when I wanted to do some microcontroller programming or something like that. I mean, it's definitely a good idea to have a PC on your or at your bench, but I didn't want it to be here all the time, because most of the time I'd be working without a PC. And now that I'm streaming a lot and chatting a lot and using the PC a lot more in general during my bench time, programming, even if I don't stream a build, I have to use a PC to do the key check. Don't want to run over to my office every time and check the keys, then run back here, fix the keys, run back to my office, find out some keys are still not working, back and forth until I go crazy. It looks like I might just have enough black film spring. Oh yeah, oh, there's 2 spares, I think. Whew. Wow. I don't know if you noticed, but that really that was really stressful for me, not knowing if I had enough black film switches. No man should go through this. Yes, Mr. Keyboard Builder. The summer vacation in Germany is different for each state, and the state that I live in has a summer vacation right now. So my kids are out of school in kindergarten, and I have a little less time for keyboard stuff. This gets even better. I just realized I need 2 more switches, because this is not really a win keyless. This is damn it. This is not a win keyless. This is a 1.5 7 unit, and same thing on the other side layout. So I have just the right amount of switches and a weird amount of white film switches. Wow, that was so close. I hope the mic is good enough to capture my heartbeat right now, because it's going at 1 million miles per, I don't know. Okay, this is going to be the big test for the new mic then. I'm going to get the solder vent. Really curious how this is going to turn out. Okay, I hope the zoom can deal with this. Doom. Hey, what's up, Scotty? I just saw Scotty hopping in from Telegram. Oh just saw someone was posting about the keyboard builder was posting about the TX87. That was already a great kit, I think. I really loved. I was really a fan of the old wide brim-like TX design that from the TX87. I actually have a polycarb TX87, which is quite neat. But I can quote Kin saying that he is never going to do polycarb again because it must have been a nightmare to do the quality check and to get them right. Yeah, so he didn't want to do polycarb again. Also, talking about TX keyboards, I have received, I've seen some pictures from the new powder-coated TX keyboards, and they will be for sale soon. So I think the antique finish and the powder coating will be up for sale very soon. I don't want to stress the people who run the group by. So if you missed your chance to get a TX keyboard previously and you like the powder coating or the antique finish, this is your chance to get one from stock. Like, most of the recent TX keyboard sales have been from stock. So you buy the keyboard and within a couple of days or weeks you get it shipped to you. Unlike most other keyboard custom kits, which will take several months to actually ship to you. This is really fun. I went ahead and got a bigger, a bigger tip for my weller, and this really helps with the soldering. I'm probably not going to use this for SMD mount soldering, but it's clearly a larger thermal mass, so it helps me burn these pads. I'm going through these pads like nothing. The heat transfer is just instant. Enough of that. Hey, greetings to Sao Paulo. a fellow a fellow dude who's been kicked out of the World Cup. Let me just check the World Cup. Yes, Croatia's in the lead. I'm all for my friends in Hrvatska. So go Hrvatska, go! Okay, let's finish this. I didn't even check if all the legs were coming through. I hope I'm not looking for a nasty surprise. Okay, it looks like we have 0 bent pins. That'll be pretty nice, pretty lucky thing. Oh, let's check. So, first I'm going to grab the screws. What I like about the new microphone is how nice it catches these sounds on my desk. Like when I was rewatching one of the, I think it was last night's video, and the compressor came on. I was really surprised how authentic. It caught the sound of the compressor, because that's basically what the compressor sounded like. Even like the slightly metallic sound of the compressor when it shut down. Okay. So the LEDs are working. Let me find out what else is working. Ooh, here's aqua test. Okay. Huh. That's probably... Huh. Weird. Okay, this key does something. I mean, it obviously registers, but I don't know what it does. I probably have to remap it. Yeah, seems like all the keys are working. Let's... Let's try and mount it. I'm gonna try and magnetize my screwdriver. Oh, come on. Because I want to... Oh yeah, there we go. I don't want to lose any screws in here. Okay, someone tell me. Someone tell me how the game ended. Did it, like, how the overtime ended? Did England score an equalizer, or did Hrvatska win? Yes, Scotty, thanks for your question. This is something I wanted to address previously. Tray mount keyboard are for the weak. Yeah, this is just something you're born with a tray mount keyboard, and then you work your way up to real customs. Just kidding, of course. Oh my god. Oh yeah, extra time, of course. I thought it was overtime. Yeah, the terms are... I'm not very familiar with the terms. But game is over. Croatia is in the finals. I mean, you gotta admit that this is pretty epic. I mean, I understand that France England would have been a great final, but I think having a small nation like Croatia in the finals is even better for my taste. I'm super excited. Yay! Okay, let's see. See, we've got quite a bit of horizontal movement here. Vertical, not so much, but it's kind of okay. So we're mostly going to be interested in balancing out the horizontal alignment. Yeah. It looks pretty good though. One thing, like probably the thing that triggers me most about tray mounts is especially these 60% standard tray mounts, poker likes. The placement of these mounting points is so brain dead. What the funk? Like, there's one here, then there's one right here. Same thing here. There's like 2 mounting points here. Then there's one in the middle. Okay, that makes absolute sense. That's probably the most useful, the most useful mounting point. But then there's no mounting points down here for these corners. I don't know. I think there should be a bit more like symmetrically placed. Oh well, to the keycaps. So, another important step of giving this keyboard back some of its dignity is removing the rubber O-rings. Rubber O-rings are for people with STDs. I mean, it's really nice if you use them, but I rather don't want to use them. Damn it. I have so many O-rings left. Okay, these caps. Oh no, don't tell me I'm missing the... Yeah, I didn't bring an extra escape cap, so... You can tell I've been removing O-rings before. But it's been a while since I last removed O-rings because okay, I might take a closer look at that stabilizer later. Maybe it's not sitting real nicely. Not sure. Oops, I lost an O-ring. I'm a bit concerned what people might think about me when they find the O-ring. Still making mistakes. I should know the layout by now. Isn't that a nice classic color? The gray. Like the silver gray and the classic beige. I think they go along well. I'm really happy with my silver Mech 27 and the Cherry SAD caps. Another mistake. I'm a bit too excited about the Croatia win. I didn't believe it after the early goal for England. Oh wow, I'm really put a lot of stress on the zoom of the camera by doing all my modding up there right in front of the lens. I hope no one, you weren't getting dizzy from all the autofocusing going on. I'm actually considering, well, I have to rewatch some of my videos. It might be fun to have like a fixed focus, which kind of gives the whole desk a nice focus, and only refocus on demand, like saying, okay, I'm holding up something and I press the remote that I'm about to return to Amazon, and then I press the remote and refocus. But yeah, I'm returning the remote to Amazon, so it's probably not going to happen. I hope they don't shut my account down for returning so much stuff. All the camcorder stuff that I got for this setup, I have to return, and I know they can get a bit hostile when you return too much stuff. Then again, I'm a really good customer. I hope they take that into account. They remember all the things that I didn't return. Liberating more keys from their O-rings. Okay, anyone fancy some used rubbers? Yeah, leave a comment. Leave a comment and you can have these used rubbers for just 6 euros shipped internationally, or even less. Oh yeah, we can probably make it even cheaper. I'm gonna send them in a letter. Prove that you're a real freak. Of course, there's something missing and I can't let this stream end like this. Give me a second. There it is. We're missing the proper key. Okay, much better. My OCD is satisfied. Got the layout perfect and complete now. And I hope you enjoyed this stream. Oh yeah, typing test. Type man. Yeah, I've got to beat the backlight out of this thing. So I'm gonna write something in chat. Oh wow, it highlights Wodan when I type it. Does it highlight other nicknames when I write them? It doesn't. Wow, that's pretty harsh. Yeah, so yeah, if you type Wodan, it's gonna highlight Wodan. If you type any other nickname, it's not gonna do that. Does it support add? Oh god. EE. Oh yeah, there we go. No, but it doesn't post it. Okay. Well, never mind. Well, never mind. At least I can add EE. Mention dudes. Dudes. Huh. What's happening here? Oh, there we go. Okay, it wasn't scrolling. Oh, okay. Oh, now I get it. Yeah, your own nickname is highlighted in your own chat. Yeah, I'm used to typing with a wrist rest. Oh, damn it! I also forgot. Such a bad example. I forgot to brush the PCB off flux residue. I like the type feeling, but I'm not too much a fan of the sound. I think the sound is this case is actually it's a low profile CNC aluminum case. Oh yeah, I only have to change the I used to put little notes on the bottom of my kits to remind me what they were built with. And this one has probably mostly just changed the stabilizers to something useful. But stabilizers are nice and snappy. That's something I appreciate. Sticky keys are also active, obviously. Sticky keys. In order to clean the flux, someone in chat asked what I do to clean the flux. I use this solder, this stuff. It has a flux that doesn't smear or stay liquid. It kind of forms little tiny drops of flux that sit on the board, and I just get an ESD safe brush, and I just brush them off, and I leave the flux that is I leave the flux on the pads. I don't bother with that. If you use something to dissolve that kind of stuff, risk is that you're gonna just smear it all over your PCB. I don't want that. I don't mind a tiny bit of flux around my solder joints. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and have a good night. And of course, Hrvatska. Yeah, that's it. 57 minutes, less than an hour, and I was really taking my time for a 60% kit. There is no excuse to not build your own keyboards. It's a good build. I wasn't cutting corners or anything, and I was even spending extra time on the stabs and stuff. So thanks Thanks very much for watching. It was really fun. This has been, yeah, I like these kind of basic builds. It's much less stressful to build something like that than having a 600 million yen kit on my desk. Enjoy!